Do you have any doppelgangers? I forgot.
No.
Interesting. I want to find your doppelganger. So the real cost of Lululemon Align leggings is $98, meaning the relative cost for Taylor Swift is
40.
11 cents.
Wow, how did I fuck that up? Isn't I fear like a thing?
He's like, are all full marathons the same length? And she's like, I fear that's common sense. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Mean Girl Pod.
Why are you always smirking?
Because I'm What? What do you want to do?
You're about to laugh.
Welcome back to another Welcome back to the episode of Mean Girl Pod.
Oh, sorry. I'm on my 95th protein shake over here, just trying to feel something.
Oh my God, what's wrong?
Well, I'm actually it's actually my third protein shake, and it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm just breastfeeding. I'm my milk's I guess upping because she's growing. And so I'm just starving.
Is it the type of starving where you feel ravenous, you are about to pass away because you're so hungry?
Yes, I had taken a nap earlier because I got so they say eat more protein. So what I do, I had 3 chicken breasts and I put eggs on top of them. And I was like, if this doesn't do it. And then after that, I was like, all I want is just sugar. So I'll just put the whipped cream bottle just in my mouth and I'll just spray it. I don't even have the lid on it anymore. And then, you're just chasing your tail for a little bit. But it's this process. Talking to people online actually really helps me with this because when you read about it, it's the FDA, they're so restricted with what they can say, but people online will be like, no, here's what's happened. You're gonna be starving for a week, and then your milk supply will up, and then things will level out. So that makes me feel better. It's just she's just growing.
Wait, you're only starving for the first few weeks of breastfeeding, or you're always starving during breastfeeding?
Well, I guess so I was starving the first week, and then I kind of leveled out, and now my milk supply is getting more. So she's eating more ounces because she's growing, and I'm pumping more. So now I'm starving again, and so it's kind of incremental shifts.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine how you feel. Can you drink caffeine when you breastfeed?
No, but you can drink caffeine. What's going on with yours?
I'm back to the OG. The OG.
Yeah, you got your white one. How do you feel? How does it taste? Does it feel like your roots?
It's so good. Every single time I introduce someone to Monster, I always introduce them to the white one just because the white Zero Ultra Monster is my favorite, and everyone always says it tastes like a blueberry freeze or a blue raspberry freeze, and it really does. It is so good.
I'm so jealous. It just makes my mouth water whenever you say that. I feel like you get pure joy going to your refrigerator and just seeing all your Monsters and being like, which flavor do I want to pick today?
I really do, and it makes my fridge so pretty because all the cans are so beautifully decorated that they're shiny, and just my whole fridge is color coordinated with Monster Ultras.
Oh, that's great. You and Pete just in there grabbing your colors.
Yeah, he's obsessed. He's a true caffeine addict, so he chugs a couple of them a day. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. So it's so funny. He might get mad at me for telling this story, so I'll ask him. But when we first started dating, I think it was the first time he slept over and stayed a little bit. Yeah, it was the first time he slept over. And he stayed, and I was like, do you want any coffee? And he was like, no, I don't really drink coffee on the weekends. And when I heard that, it was a little bit of a red flag because I value a coffee drinker. I value my coffee. I think going to try new coffee shops is such a fun activity to do with a person. So I kind of was like, okay, well, this sucks. That's something on my bucket, or my checklist is I want my future boyfriend to want to drink coffee with me. He's like, yeah, I just don't really drink it on the weekend. And on the weekday, I'll just drink it to get caffeinated for work. A few weeks later, I found out he just didn't drink coffee with me because you know how it happens. If you drink coffee, you're going to have to go to the bathroom. So he didn't want to he didn't want to have to go to the bathroom.
I was like, why would he not want you to tell this story? Okay, I get it.
Because, Alex, I kid you not, 4 weeks after, when we started getting comfortable, that kid will drink like 4 to 5 cups of coffee on a Sunday morning. Like, he loves coffee.
Oh, and he said no to the call. He said, no, I don't drink coffee on the weekends. And he was like, just saying that. Oh, that's actually really sweet.
I can't even imagine. I never would want to go back to like the early stages of like farting and pooping in front of your partner for the first time. Like, how awkward.
No, that's so true. And it's like the worst stage ever. And like, but hold on. I do want to say, like, I am glad he drinks coffee with you, because there's nothing better than going, like, coffee is better on the weekends. Like,
right?
like, there's the whole culture of it.
No, and like, I always see that you post about Harrison and Tate's little coffee walks. Like, it's just such a good bonding time.
Yeah, and the day, like Monday through Wednesday, it's all, the coffee shops aren't as fun, but like Thursday, which is like Friday Eve, is great. And then Friday you go to a coffee shop, Saturday, Sunday. But Pete's right. It's not good when you first start dating.
Especially when you live in an apartment. I mean, in New York City, where it's tiny and there's one bathroom and you have a roommate, and like there's no privacy. Like, you can hear everything in the New York City apartment. So he was like, I'm not going to the bathroom here. Are you kidding me?
Do you want a coffee? Nope, sure don't.
I don't drink coffee on the weekends. Okay, crazy. Well, that sucks. I like never go on a date with him again.
That's your deal breaker, but he's just lying.
Oh my God.
Some people, yeah, it's like TMI, but never mind. Some people can't hold it. And
No. I mean, when I drink, that's like how I go to the bathroom in the morning. I don't go unless I drink coffee.
Have you ever drank decaf?
I have drank decaf coffee, but not in the morning. I've only ever had that if I need like a little like pick me up taste wise in the like after 3 p.m.
Because there was a point where I didn't drink. I like cut out all caffeine. I can't remember when it was. But what I would do, because like it does get your bowels moving, and so I like tested it, and I would like try decaf coffee, and it would do the same thing, because it's like the smell of it. You know, like your body thinks you're drinking it, and I found it so fascinating because I didn't know if it would do the same thing.
That's so interesting. I was gonna say, I wonder if people like have pulled the placebo effect to see if even if like decaf coffee versus caffeinated coffee, if people actually notice the difference if they didn't know if they were getting like a decaf
versus regular. Oh yeah, that's so true. Well, just the other day I had made it. Sometimes I'll make a. So I told you how Brittany Schmidt told me, it's been about a year ago almost, don't drink coffee the first hour you're awake.
Yeah.
And I still to this day I don't do it, but sometimes now in the mornings I'll just go downstairs and I'll make a decaf just because you want something like warm to sip on. But I swear, waiting that extra hour, like letting your body naturally wake up and then drinking the coffee, because I used to wake up and I would drink it right out of the gates, and it's like it's just a crutch for you.
It really is. Like, I've noticed. So I get up in the morning and work out. So I take pre-workout before, which can be like 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. And then I'll come home and drink coffee. And I realized if I drink too much caffeine in the morning, so like my pre-workout plus 2 cups of coffee, I'll get a raging headache like immediately. Versus if I just have like half of my pre-workout and then a normal cup of coffee. Like the other day I did that and I got a migraine, and I had to like lay in bed with my ice roller on my head, and it went away after like 30 minutes. But I was like, holy crap, like I got like a caffeine rush.
Oh, do you get migraines?
Yeah, I'll get them around my period and stuff. So this was weird because this wasn't near my period.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what speaking of like something that's a thorn, but maybe it wasn't this week, what are your roses and thorns?
So speaking of headache, my rose this week is I got the best massage of my entire life in Chinatown.
Did it help your neck?
So much.
Hey.
I was just like at my breaking point this weekend, and I was like, I cannot take this pain. And that's like the best part about New York is I know it's so expensive, but you can really find like self-care things that are at a decent price, like acupuncture, facials, or massages at like decent prices. So I went to Chinatown and I literally got every single knot just taken out of my body. I left feeling like a new woman.
You needed that, like having neck pain, because I think your neck pain it's all connected, but like just hearing you say that, I bet you felt so much better afterwards.
I did, and it was only, I mean, I shouldn't say only, because like $80 is expensive, but for for 90 minutes, an hour and a half, it was only $80. Yeah, like that's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you. Okay, that's an amazing rose. Quick pause to talk about OUAI, because there's nothing more important and there's no better feeling than having good hair care. And you guys, are you the kind of person that checked off your holiday shopping in July, or are you the kind that's going to be scrambling up until the holidays to give the gift? So if you are, it's okay, because holiday shopping is done easier with OUAI, and they are making it easier to give the best holiday gifts. Their hair and body products are specifically designed to customize a routine that works for you and to personalize a gift to everyone on your list. There's no better feeling than getting a gift that was so thoughtful and so thought for you. And every girl loves to get the gift of good hair. So you guys know that Jordan and I always talk about the detox shampoo, the leave-in conditioner, and J-Dub is so obsessed with the hair oil. It's nutrient-packed, absorbs quickly, keeps color from fading, and revives damaged hair easily, and it always makes her look like she just left the salon. So you guys save 15% off site-wide when you give the gift of OUAI. Whether the person on your list has fine, medium, or thick hair or multiple hair concerns, OUAI's got you. Go to theouai.com, that's THEOUAI.com for 15% off site-wide and enter promo code MEANGIRL. That's theouai, THEOUAI.com for 15% off with promo code MEANGIRL.
I know, so that was a really, really lovely day for me. And you know, my neck's been a lot better since then. So it was a good purchase. What about you?
That's worth everything.
What was your rose, or what is your rose?
Let me see what rose I had kind of actually been like deleting my rose and going back and picking a new rose. So let me see.
That's
I know
good,
I written
though.
down my neighbors were my rose, but I changed it. What did I change it to? Oh, weird rose for me to change it to, but I've been wanting to watch Princess Diaries for like 3 months, and I finally watched it, and it was just like better than I remember, and I was so happy. That's such a pathetic rose. I have so many other things that I'm that are happening. No, I'll do this rose. This morning we took like newborn photos, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, and I kept being like no, but it kept popping in my head. So finally I was like just schedule it. They're 30-minute sessions, and the girl comes over, and you just like get their feet, and like Harrison and I were in some of them just like holding her, and now that we did that, I'm so happy that I have that memory. So that's my rose.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, you'll never regret that, having pictures of Tate when she was a little baby.
Yeah, I kept being like, I don't need it. This is dumb. Like, are you going to really print them? And then it was like, yes, get the photos. So I'm glad I did.
What was your thorn? Because what you have written down is very interesting.
The show disclaimer.
Okay.
So
I'm so confused because my internet tells me it has not come out yet.
Really? Is it the one with what's her name, the blonde?
Yes.
And Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yes. It says October 25th, which we're recording this on October 23rd, FYI, to everyone who's like, it's not, it's fast.
No, I just want to make sure. Like, no, I mean, I have fully seen.
Oh my God, I'm so dumb, Alex. It says next episode premieres October 25th.
Oh, okay. That makes sense because I am caught up till the next episode.
Okay.
I was like, what is happening?
Wait, that's your thorn?
So I've watched all of them. I think I've watched 7 maybe. I don't know how many it says, but it's just so dark. Like but I keep watching it, obviously. So it's got me hooked, but it's not a feel good movie. It's kind of like a show. It's like, what the fuck's going on? And I was wondering, I was hoping you had seen it to see what you thought of it, but I just am like, It's sad. It's like sad on sad on sad.
It's funny you like brought this show up because I feel like the cast is very well known, but I haven't seen any previews or people talking about it on social media. And I feel like Apple TV miniseries are pretty popular. So I was like, wait, what the heck? How did I miss this?
The only reason I clicked on it was it wasn't on the chart. It wasn't like I always start with like the top rated or whatever. And it wasn't on there, but it popped up at the top and it said best done TV series of the year or something. Wow, there's balloons going off on my laptop. But that's why I clicked on it and I thought, and then I knew who the cast was. So I was like, all right, I'll try it. But I haven't seen a thing on it either.
Interesting. Yeah, my thorn is kind of the whole TV scene in October. I feel like the beginning of October dropped a lot of good TV shows, but when I think of October, I think of Halloween, yeah. That sounded weird at first. Halloween and spooky season, and usually I feel like streaming services drop a scary movie or scary TV show pretty regularly, and I've only seen a couple new scary movies. I'm like, where are my spooky movies this season?
Don't you feel like we were like so obsessed with Halloween and fall, and then like, I mean, I definitely was, and then before I know it, it does seem like it's came and gone. But what have you watched any that you liked?
Well, so the one that was my rec, that I really liked, which I can just talk about it now because I know that you watched it, was Woman of the Hour, that movie on Netflix with Anna Kendrick.
So I fell asleep 30 minutes in, but I was loving it. Like, I'm going to finish it today.
Okay, I won't spoil anything. All I'll say is very well done. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting way to film like a serial killer movie because, I don't know, it was just, I don't really know how to describe it, but Anna Kendrick directed it, and she did, I thought, a really great job. Like, I felt...
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she directed the movie. I think it was one of her first movies she's ever directed, too.
I don't get that. They're always the director's always the actor or actress in it. Are they... Is that like the coach is the player? I don't understand.
I would assume that after you participate in so many movies, you want to challenge yourself. And I feel like the only way really to do that is take that next step of maybe directing or producing a movie. Or what happens is like you've acted in so many movies and you wish that they would be a certain way that they aren't. So you're like, well, I'll just do it myself then.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I feel like that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I think I interrupted you. Keep going.
Oh, I was going to say, I just saw an interview and she wasn't going to do the movie because she was a little iffy on like the script and the budget and the timeline of it. And she sent it to one of her good friends who she said she trusts more than anything. And they were even like, I don't know if this can get done. But she was like, something was telling me to do it. And she was so happy she did. And I'm really happy she did because I thought it was so well done. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But Rodney, I don't remember his last name, the serial killer. That actor played such a good, creepy serial killer where he can act so charming but also so scary at the same time.
Yeah. He's freaking me out. Yeah, no, I agree. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. So she didn't like the budget and then didn't like the budget, didn't like the role, didn't like the timeline, but was she already directing it or decided to do it all at once?
No, so I think in the interview, apparently the budget was super low and the timeline and everything that needed to be done didn't fit what a normal movie timeline would be, I'm assuming with people's schedules and stuff. So she just didn't know if it was possible to get her vision across with the amount of money and time she had. But she wanted to do it. She just didn't know if she was able to with her resources. But something was telling her to just like try it, give it your all, and she did. And I think she nailed it.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I can't wait to finish it.
Yeah, let us know what you think next time we record. Because I feel like it just came out, so I feel like a lot of people are going to start watching it.
Yeah, though they will. It was the number one rated thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to play a quick game, or do you want to tell me about Taylor, Frankie, Paul?
No, let's play a quick game.
Okay, so I feel like you'll like this game because it has to do with numbers, and I just feel like you like math and numbers. I saw this on TikTok. I've been seeing this all over TikTok, but I'm going to give credit to where credit's due. It came from She Wolf of Wall Street. It's like she came up, or she didn't come up with this, but all this information is from her Instagram account. But it's her figuring out Taylor Swift's POV on money. So what that means is we're going to see the real cost of purchases from the average person and then what the relative cost of that item would be for Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
So for example, we'll start with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. If we pay $1,200 for the iPhone, with how much money Taylor Swift makes, how much money do you think it is for her when she buys the iPhone? Like, how much do you think she's spending?
So, like, are you saying relative to?
Yeah, sorry, let me read, like, her actual verbiage. The real cost of an iPhone 15 Pro Max is $1,199, meaning the relative cost for Taylor Swift is blank, blank, blank.
So with somebody that makes that amount of money, okay, so the iPhone to her is 50 cents.
And just to let you know, Taylor Swift's annual income is $52 million, and then the U.S. median annual income is almost $60,000. So what'd you say?
50 cents?
$1.37.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Wow.
Okay.
This is fun. That's really cool. Okay.
Next is Lululemon Align leggings. So the real cost of Lululemon Align leggings is $98, meaning the relative cost for Taylor Swift is, how much do you think?
40.
11 cents.
Wow, how did I fuck that up? Wow.
Is that crazy?
Oh, right, we went down on the price. Yeah, wow. 11 cents. It's not almost nothing to her. Okay, what's another one?
The real cost of a 2024 Toyota RAV4 is $28,675, meaning the relative cost for Taylor Swift is
$20?
close, $32.66.
Wow, it's just like nothing. It's nothing. Let's talk about cash back because the holidays are coming up and who doesn't want cash back for their purchases? If you just thought I don't, then you are crazy. Because here's the thing, traditions are what the holidays are all about, and this year start a new tradition with Ibotta. Ibotta gives you cash back on all your purchases so you can keep those holiday traditions alive no matter how old or new. The holidays means lots of gifts, right? We're all shopping more. We're buying more things. We're grocery shopping, maybe even a little vacation, and of course, gifts. So no matter what you're purchasing this holiday season, make sure you're playing that holiday magic with Ibotta and get cash back on every purchase. So Ibotta is a free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. You can earn on hundreds of items from groceries to toys to tech. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. Think about how much extra holiday magic you can make this season with more room in your budget. Who doesn't want basically free money in your pocket? You shop and you get money back. It's a win-win-win. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners just $5 for trying up Ibotta by using code MEAN when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free, that's right, the app is free, Ibotta app to start earning cash back and use code MEAN. That's IBOTTA, it's Ibotta, IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use promo code MEAN. You guys, it sounded like that was too good to be true, and it kind of is. So go download the app and use promo code MEAN.
Okay, this one. The real cost of a tall Starbucks latte is $2.95, meaning the relative cost for Taylor Swift is...
Well, it can't... Can it be below zero? You can? She makes money when she buys one? She makes more than that a minute.
They said a third of a penny.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
I know. And then I just want to do one more because it's you know how she has like I don't know if she still does, but she has like that famous Rhode Island mansion. Mm-hmm. So it says the real cost of her Rhode Island mansion is $17,750,000. Did I say that number right? $17,750,000. Yeah, $750,000. Which means the relative cost for Taylor Swift is
Oh no, 30,000.
close. 20,217.
God, well, I was thinking she paid without half her salary.
Is that crazy?
Of the year. Wow.
And then I have
insane. So she makes $52 million. She makes $1 million a week.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's even more now because of
great.
so this came out yeah, I guess this came out at the end of like the main stint of her Eras tour. So they were considering all of that. But I feel like it's just more and more every year.
I would love to know what she's making on the Eras tour.
Oh, I'm sure there's a statistic out there, but I think she does donate a lot of her money, if I'm not wrong.
She should $1 million a week.
Right?
She should give away some of that.
And then I have one more funny one because actually, I don't know. Are you a Jeff Bezos girl or Elon Musk was the person you always like to read about, right?
I love them both though. Like I find them very, but Elon more so, but I like Bezos.
Okay. So Jeff Bezos, they said makes about $12 billion a year.
Taylor, what a loser.
I know, what a loser.
52 million.
So saying that the average human being makes $60,000 a year, like we were talking about with Taylor Swift, but take into account that Jeff is making $12 billion a year. So he just bought an engagement ring that is $3.5 million. And I shouldn't say he just because this is old, but like I was looking at more costs and I was like, this is fascinating. So what do you think his relative cost is for that engagement ring?
$25.
Close, $15.
How much was the ring?
$3.5 million.
Wow, and he makes $12 billion a year.
Yeah. So that was like him spending $15.
So to him, it's like he just went and got a sandwich. He was like, here, a sandwich and chips and a drink. He got the whole meal.
Yeah.
And he was like, he didn't even really think about it when he checked out. Just thought it's lunch.
He bought 2 grande Starbucks lattes and was like, this is an engagement ring from my wife.
Wow. I wonder if you're dating Bezos, did he propose to that girl, the brunette?
Yeah. He proposed a while ago. Like, I think he proposed like back in like June.
I follow her. I like her. But anyways, like if you're her and if somebody just tells you that your ring is worth $3.5 million, you're like, whoa, that's an awesome ring. But then when you kind of put it relative to the bank account, you realize it's $15. You kind of wonder, should he have spent more?
Right? And her ring, it's like the size of my watch head. It is so big.
Is it Santos? Is their last name Santos? I want to look up the ring.
Yeah, Lauren Sanchez, 30 carat engagement ring. She got engaged. Oh, July 14th. I was like, she got engaged on my birthday, but she got engaged on July 14th.
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, that bad boy's big. Big and clear.
Cushion cut diamond that is 30 carats. How did we not talk about this? This is insane. Like,
okay.
do you think that's heavy?
Yeah, right? I would think it was heavy. It's very beautiful, though.
She could knock someone out with that.
Yeah, let me see here in this photo. Yeah, she really could knock someone out. Here's the thing. Someone's going to want to steal it. They're going to want to chop her finger off.
Wait, interesting. With a pink cushion cut engagement ring. I wonder what the pink means. If it's like a different type of diamond or... Interesting.
Had you heard of pink cocaine?
No, what is that?
Tusi, the party drug?
What's it called? Juicy?
Tusi, Tusi.
No. What is that?
Well, I don't actually want to say it because I feel bad because I feel like everyone's asking us to stop talking about Liam Payne's death because it's sad. But he was found with pink cocaine in his system.
Oh no.
Which I don't fault him for. I know he took the drug, but it doesn't change my opinion on him whatsoever. And it's just really sad.
But from like an educational standpoint, is this a new drug that they're starting to see people take, like similar to how like fentanyl was causing a lot of deaths?
So there's actually not cocaine in it. It's like a mix of party drugs that aren't good. But hold on, I just read something about this because one of them. So I guess forgive, this isn't going to be exactly right, but I read something loosely. I've been doing a lot of reading during my breastfeeding in the middle of the night, so I almost feel as though I read it tipsy, which is weird. Like, you know how you remember half of it?
Yeah.
So that's how I am on this. So this is like, I'm summarizing here, but there was like a model in Miami like 2 years ago that was like so twisted off this pink cocaine that she like hit and killed 2 people. And then somebody else, some other famous person like jumped off a balcony because of it. Like, it makes you so twisted. And then one of the drugs that's in it was linked to Matthew Perry's death.
Oh my God.
And then there's one more famous person. Hold on. Somebody else was on the front of it. Pink cocaine deaths famous. Who was the other person?
Let me see if anyone pops up when I Google it. Oh, wow. Unpredictable party drug. I wonder, and it looks like you snort it.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually pink.
Yeah. Oh, no, I see it. It's like very pink.
Oh, Diddy. It was at Diddy's parties. That's who it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the other person. Yeah. It was. I don't think they said Diddy took it, but I think it was present at the parties or something.
Dude, I don't know if we even want to like talk about P. Diddy, but that his case, I like read about it every once in a while. Disgusting. I don't even have a good word for it.
It's so bad. Yeah, unfathomable. It's so bad.
It's just, that's like what the scariest part about money and fame is, in my opinion, is just like what people are allowed to get away with.
Right.
It's just,
yeah,
it is so wild.
And then I feel like the second they're caught, there's like a house of cards behind it, right? It's like the Epstein flight records, right? It's just like one goes and then it's like, and then here's the list of other people that were doing it too. And it's like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. I'm like, he deserves to go to jail for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, I can't wait. Obviously, I can wait because it's so sad, but all of it unfolding.
Yeah.
They're not going easy on him, as they should not, but sometimes I feel like those things can fly under the radar.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What's happening with Taylor Frankie Paul, your girl?
So she was posting, she's the most like, I don't think she knows what she's doing, but at the same time, there's no way she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, she's either like a mastermind or truly doesn't care. I don't know. Just let me preface with I like love her, okay? But what she was doing for like last week was she was posting, I don't have any diet tips. It's just anxiety. And like she was super skinny again. And like she did this last time, right? She did this before she met Dakota. And like Dakota came in and saved her, right? When she got the divorce and got caught in the swinging scandal, she like lost a lot of the weight, had the anxiety. Okay. And now her and Dakota broke up. And then she was posting like the exact same stuff again, right? Like anxious. The hardest part about being with the kids is like it being alone. And then she just pops up 2 days ago, like that Insta story. And it's literally like, she said something along the lines of like, no further news except I will be getting back together with the person I broke up with. And now like her and Dakota are just back together.
Do you ever feel like people who get that like quick fix of fame or get fame, like, I shouldn't say quick fix of fame, but like she blew up like very fast, that they get almost like obsessed with like that quick fame where they feel like they need to be doing these really crazy things. Like that's almost like their like drug. So she was like, oh, breaking up with Dakota. Everyone's paying attention to it. Wait, now no one's talking about me. What can I do to get people to talk about me? I'm seeing like other girls, like maybe Aspen, like posting about her ex and she's getting all the attention. So maybe I should get back together with Dakota so people talk about me again. Like I almost feel like subconsciously their brain is like, what can I do to get the views?
But don't you feel like that's most people? But then don't you feel like that's not her?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like she's like not in on her own joke actually. And I think that's why I like her so much. I don't know. I'm like, maybe you're right. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, do you know Taylor?
Me?
Her, like Taylor. Oh. Like I want to ask her. Like it's this like repetitive. Like you're literally repeating what you just did. But do you know you're doing it? And like maybe you're right. Like maybe she can't help it. Maybe it is like a hit, or like maybe she's too afraid to be like really happy and like let her walls down. And then so she just like is it smaller than the social media thing, or is it bigger than that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sense.
I sometimes feel like entertainers become very self-deprecating and make themselves do things that upset them to provide content for people. Like comedians like to stay dark so they have funny comedy and content. Singers like to go through like heartbreak so they can come up with albums and songs. And it's like, do content creators like to go put themselves through trauma so they have content to provide to their audience? I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day when you sent that to me because I was like, I'm so confused on what's happening. Like, how many chapters am I missing?
Let's talk about DraftKings Casino because the days might be getting shorter, but you guys, the action on DraftKings Casino is here to stay. Play hundreds of games for endless excitement. Try your hand at classic table games or set the slots on fire with fan favorites like Cash Eruption. You guys, it's basically Vegas on your phone, and who doesn't love Vegas? Because I know that Pete and Harrison love using this DraftKings app, especially the casino version, because you can play these games, you can bet your money, you can win your money. It's every guy's and every girl's dream. So new players can join for just $5 and get $50 instantly in casino credits. Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with promo code MEAN. Then press play on your favorite games to join the fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One offer per new casino customer. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/get50. Ends November 2024. Yeah, and I was just like, wow. You know another breakup we didn't talk about was Kirsten Cavallari and Mark Estes. Did you see they broke up?
Yes, we totally forgot about them.
I call me crazy, thought they were going to get married.
No, I really thought that they were going to be together for a long time, even if it was just Kristen like trying to prove everyone wrong.
And she really put her ego down and like she broke up with him and was like, I want him to go live his life. And I was like, girl. And do you know where else she's impressed me recently?
Where?
Did you see Jay Cutler got the DUI?
No.
So Jay got a DUI. He rear-ended somebody. I think it was over the weekend. No, it was last week, maybe Thursday. Rear-ended somebody, offered to pay them $2,000 for them not to call the cops. And then they called the cops. And when the cops got there, he was like really slurring his words and like had bloodshot eyes. And they were like, have you had something to drink? And he was like, no. And then they were like, you're slurring your words. And he like declined the sobriety test. And then he admitted he'd had a little bit to drink. And I saw she commented, all she said was, I hope Jay gets the help that he needs, but that's all I'm going to say about it. And then she also said, I used to have my kids every other week, but now that's different. And I'm really into being a mom in my work right now. So I'm really proud of her. Like, she didn't throw a lot of shade at Jay, but all while she kind of did paint the picture, but no more. She didn't take him down. And like she broke up with Mark because she wants him to go do his thing and she wants him to live his young life. And then she's like, I'm going to be a mom and I'm going to focus on my job right now. And I thought, like, really good job.
I love Kristen. I know she was painted out to be the villain in Laguna Beach and the Hills, but she's one of my favorite characters from reality TV. Like, if I met her, I'd be like, you are someone I want to hang out with.
She just really, like, tells it how it is and was ahead of that, like, ahead of the curve in terms of fame of this, like, quick overnight fame, you know? And so she's really, like, tried and true, I feel like, to the process and doesn't, like, I feel like she's really got her stride.
Yeah, and I think, too, she's been through a lot of shit and made a lot of mistakes, so she just, like, gets it a little more. Like, she's dealt with the consequences of her past, and she's like, I get it. I'm gonna give people grace, like, where I wish I would have gotten grace or this or that, and I just feel like she's one of the few people who gets it.
Yeah, she feels really real, and then all the while she just like lives in the suburbs of Tennessee. You know, like she's not in the middle of LA like or New York anymore, and she kind of like moved out, and I feel like she is a really good mom. And yeah, like went through some shit and is like better because of it, and has I agree, she has a really good perspective.
I love that.
But she did post the other day too though. She was like you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you right back. So here's the thing. I went on a trip to Cabo with Justin and Scoot, right? Her gay best friends that are dating. And she was like, I had recently broken up with somebody. I don't know if it was Mark or not. I don't know if she meant this at him, but timing-wise, he's the most recent ex we know about. She was like, there was just 3 of us there, but I ordered 4 shots and I took a photo of it and I posted it on my Instagram and he saw it and he was DMing me and I meant for him to see that. Like she made it seem like there was 4 of them there, even though there was only 3 of them there.
I love that.
And I thought, there she is. She's still a little spicy.
That's so funny. Gotta love it.
Yeah, what a good way to like mess with someone.
I completely forgot to ask, and sorry, this is like a total 180. Halloween comes out. This episode comes out right before Halloween. Are you dressing Tate up?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
As
100%.
what?
Are you kidding? Well, now I don't know because it's some kind of a food. And initially I wanted her to be like a sushi roll. You know, they have these like rice wrapped, they got all these foods for kids. And I'm like, really think the foods are cute. And then I really wanted her to be a lobster. And then you get one of your actual pots from your kitchen and they're so small you can set them in it. And then like Harrison and I are the chefs. But now I have sensory overload. So I'm deciding it'll be some version of a food. I don't know which one.
Why could I see her being like the cutest pea pod?
No, they have those. Like they you're right. That's an option. There's cabbages. Like they're so cute, these little foods. Maybe we'll do multiple nights. I don't know. But I'm gonna be whatever like complements her outfit. What are you and Pete gonna be? And what are you guys doing for Halloween? Wait,
quick to finish up with you guys. Do you take her trick-or-treating?
Well, okay, so I guess I won't say where I live because if I say what I was going to say, it will give it away.
Don't tell people where you live.
Yeah, let me not tell you. But I live in a neighborhood. Okay, there's a lot of those like around here. But so I've been trying to get the pulse. I love Halloween. I was thinking if we had a lot of trick-or-treaters, we would stay here. But I guess like 5 streets over from us does like a whole to-do on Halloween. And like that's where all the trick-or-treaters go. So I'm going to set out a thing of candy. I'm going to put her in a wagon. And some of the neighbors on my streets have little ones. And so we're going to take the kids up there and just like walk around. They won't actually trick-or-treat, but we're going to dress them up and take them.
Wait, that is the cutest thing ever.
I know. It's really cute. I'm like very excited. Holidays are really fun with like a little one.
I literally, like, I don't like Halloween, but when I have kids one day, I'm going to love Halloween or even when I move in a house, because I think, like, kids coming up in costumes, trick-or-treating is the cutest thing ever. Like, I love that. I don't know if Pete and I are going to dress up for Halloween. We don't really love Halloween. One of my friends is throwing a Halloween party, but I might just, I don't know, wear cat ears or something. It's just not really my thing.
Just like might wear cat ears because it's on a Thursday.
Yeah.
New York's fun though on Halloween. I mean, it is fun, you know, like even if you just go out to dinner or something, like I do feel like it kind of has a little extra vibe to it.
Maybe I'll be cat stickler.
I was getting the DMs about you. People, like I had like pretty good, like second level friends sending me the photos.
I forgot
second circle friends
to talk about this with you last week, but more people keep sending me stuff. Julie just sent me one where it was on Snapchat, us, and then a picture of Kat and Jason on, I think it was E! News, and Kat and I had the same hairdo on, colored shirt, and it was identical, and it freaked me out. I was like, is that me? Did I take a picture with Jason? Am I dating him right now? I don't know.
It's so crazy. Like, you used to get her, right? Like, she's the one you used to get.
Yes. Before I got, I didn't, I don't know. I think I stopped. I don't know. I felt like I did when I did something with my face. Maybe it was lip filler, eyelash extensions, and I stopped getting it. But when I first started on TikTok, I got it all the time.
She was the one, but I didn't know who she was back then. But I remember you kept getting one person, and then, but that now I know exactly who she is, right? And that's why. Oh my gosh! And it was the photo they chose to use. And I mean, when they would send it to me every time, I'd be like, huh? And I'd be like, it's not her. It's not Jordyn.
No, literally. Like, I remember, yeah, when we first started at Barstool, when I came in for my interview, people were like, oh my God, Kat Stickler's here. Why is Kat Stickler here? And I'm like, I'm Jordyn, but thank you.
It's so wild. Like,
it is. And it like really threw me off because I've always kind of thought I looked like her. But yeah, like that, we'll put it up. But it's the one picture they're using, of her and Jason during their breakup from, I think, People or E! News. And she has her hair in this like back bun and like the gold hoops, and she's smiling really big. And I'm like, that is creeping me out.
It looks just, it's the hair, like the part, the dark eyes, the eyebrows, the nose. It's all of it. It's so funny.
And I think Kat Stickler is gorgeous, so I take it as such a huge compliment, because you know sometimes people are like, you look so much like blah blah blah, and then you look at a picture and you're like, what?
Oh no, this is a great compliment. It's a great compliment. It's just also like very true.
Yeah. I would love to meet her in person though, just to see like if I look at her and I'm just like, whoa, this is wild.
Or if she looks at you and thinks like, wait a second, like if you guys kind of have like a wait, what, you know?
I know. I'm just so curious. I'm like, I've never really had a doppelganger, but it really creeps me out.
Yeah, because you see photos of it and you think, oh my gosh, and you do like a double take.
Do you have any doppelgangers? I forgot.
No, I've never really been sent like. No, like a one-off random something, but never to like this extent. I think I got a photo of her sent to me 4 or 5 times of people thinking it was you.
Oh, of me.
Just that week. Yeah, I've never had that. Like I've never had to that, and I know it's been happening to you for a while. Like I've never had, like never. No.
Interesting. I want to find your doppelganger.
Yeah. Find me one. That would be great. Except I fear it's not. Isn't I fear like a thing?
Oh, like a TikTok trend?
Isn't it? Yeah. They're both nodding.
I fear that's common sense. It's what Jake Shane's best friend Brett says to him on a podcast when he's like, are all full marathons the same length? And she's like, I fear that's common sense. Yes.
He's the one that's friends with Sofia Richie, or no?
Yeah, that's his cousin.
Yeah, okay. Did I tell you they crashed my friend's wedding?
Sophia Richie did?
Yes, like, okay, so there's this girl, adorable, that I went to college with, and she had a wedding out in Santa Barbara, somewhere. Beautiful wedding. And yeah, they just crashed it, like on the dance floor. So funny, right?
I would faint.
I know. I was like, whoa. And they like, of course, were such good sports about it. And like, who wouldn't be, but like had cute photos with her on the dance floor. It was wild. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
I would love to meet them. Jake just seems like such a hilarious person, and Sophia is just someone I look at and I'm like, you are beautiful head to toe. I need to just like see you in person and like poke you to make sure you're not fake.
Oh, she is so beautiful. And there was the funny thing of him meeting her baby, right? There was like she posted, he was like cussing or something. I can't remember what it was. And she made a funny video of it. I don't know. I really liked it.
That's so funny. Oh my God. I don't have a good transition for it, so I'm just going to go with it. Our next topic.
And for our next topic.
Sometimes I like, when I hear you talking, I'm like, oh man, this will be a great transition. And then sometimes I'm like, F it. I don't have a good transition, so I'm just going to say it.
You know what? Sometimes that's the best transition. Cuffing season is right around the corner. In fact, I would say it's here. And so let's talk about From First Rounds on Me, which I think is the best new dating app ever. J-Dub, what do you love about this dating app?
I think that From is just like such a great dating app because I remember when I was on all the other dating apps when I was trying to meet Pete, and it was so exhausting how people would just talk to me for hours and hours and hours and days and days and days before actually scheduling a date. But with From, they remove that process. You get to schedule a date right at the first point of contact with the person, and you get one date per day. So it's just like a dating app made for people who actually want to intentionally date.
Exactly. So if your time is valuable to you, then From is for you because you won't waste any time going back and forth messaging. You just cut to the chase and you go and you meet this person in person and you see if there's any fire. So if you guys are ready to make this cuffing season unforgettable with First Rounds on Me, you can ditch the swipe stress and dive right into real face-to-face connections that actually matter. We're giving the first 500 listeners of the Mean Girl podcast a free month of the top tier Terracotta subscription with the promo code Mean Girl. That's right. For the month of October, 500 lucky Mean Girl listeners get to experience effortless date planning and meaningful fall moments. No small talk required. Go to iOS or Android and type From or First Rounds on Me in the App Store, or click the link below, download the app, and use our code because you deserve to date someone as amazing as you are.
So I feel like one of the number one things people always ask us to talk about is friendships. Like we get it every single time. And I feel like we talk a lot about friendships, but I, of course, was watching TikTok and I saw this TikTok that popped up and I think I listened to it 15 times because it was just one of those things where I was like, whoa, this actually kind of shook my brain a little bit. And it's the quote that was being said was, "We have the most friends when we are the worst versions of ourselves."
Okay, so here's my question. Because it means true friends, right? Like that's when you find out when who your true friends are.
I don't exactly know. I think maybe it's more so like we have the most people around us when we're the worst version of ourselves. So maybe like, you know how we always say I'd rather have 4 shiny quarters than 100 dull pennies. So maybe it's like you have the most people as in like a lot of dull people around you when you're the worst version of yourself. But the more work you do on yourself, you really figure out like who you can keep close to you. You set boundaries, you remove the toxic people out of your life. And once you do that with everyone, you realize like there's fewer people around you, if that makes sense. That's how I interpreted it.
So funny. I now see exactly what you're saying. We interpreted it differently. Okay. So
don't worry, my therapist
when
did
you are
too. She was like, "What are you talking about?"
No, but I actually, yours is just like actually a layer deeper. And so I feel like, you know, when it's the party friends that we talked about, like that's your version. Like when it's so true. I actually love that we interpreted this differently. So you're saying like whenever you are in like a surface phase of life, you have a ton of friends.
Yeah.
And then the way I read it was like, it was more so like when your stock is down, like buy low, right? Like you buy it when it's not at its highest. And so like that's when you find out who your true friends are, is like when you're in a low period.
Oh, interesting.
Because like people will be like, oh, I don't want anything to do with her because XYZ.
Yeah, because I just like tried to interpret it with my own life, and the best way I can describe it is like when I first moved to New York, I had tons of friends, but they were like, and no one I met in New York, like none of these people were bad people. It was just kind of like when you go to college and you meet like all these people and you're like, everyone's my friend. I have 50 people to go out with, this or that. And then the more time throughout college and like throughout being in New York, every year you kind of like lose a layer of friends because you like start to figure out like your roots and like where you belong in the city and like your career, and you go to therapy, you work on yourself, you figure out your worth, like you find yourself in a good relationship. And now I notice my friend group is a lot smaller than it was when I first moved to New York, but the friendships I have now are so much more valuable than the friendships I had when I first moved to New York.
It makes total sense because we do see in every phase, right? Like when you do work on yourself and like you are more focused, you do have to weed out some of the people that don't serve you, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's like, and we always say you don't have to like send them a text message and let them know they're out. You just like distance yourself. And I think that's a really cool. Okay, I totally read it differently, but I love the way you read it, and I think it's so true.
Yeah, I also think too. You said this one thing on the podcast that like I hold true to my heart, and it's gossip is false bonding. And I think when you're kind of at a bad stage of life or you're more of a worse version of yourself, you bond with all these people because all you do is like talk shit, gossip, complain. Like I feel like complaining is also like a false sense of bonding. But then the more you heal and the more you become better versions of yourself, you start to have more meaningful conversations, but you realize there's not a lot of people who can keep up with the meaningful conversations or who like actually want to contribute positivity to those conversations. And then you're like, oh wow, okay. That's very eye-opening. I can't really bond with a lot of people.
It's, oh my gosh, so funny you bring that back up. Because obviously, like, I have some friends here in Austin, but I'm very much so in the kind of like, you're trying to make, I knew actually like more people than I thought when I moved here. But in terms of like really making like true new Austin friends, the more like I'm starting to do things, right? So I'm like around a lot more people and I'm loving this like phase. But what's so funny is having to remove that option of like the gossip. You know, like it's sometimes easy to just default to that, and like not having that forces you and the other person to talk about more meaningful things. And it's been a really good mental gymnastics exercise. Of like, you're going to go to this party and like, you're going to talk to these people and you're not going to talk to any of them about other people, right? Like you're going to talk about meaningful conversations, and then it forces them to respond to you in that way. And it's like, it's a really good way to develop like purposeful friendships.
Yeah. I was hanging out with a couple of my friends the other week, and one of my friends brought like their friends. And when we were all hanging out, I noticed like we were actually having conversation about like our life stories or like meaningful things, and we weren't just like talking shit on people. And I don't know if it was because we were like a newer group, so we didn't know the people we could talk shit on, but I felt like I got to know these girls 10 times more than some people I meet, because I was like, wait, I actually like know where she grew up, like what she struggled with, like about her sisters, her brothers, her dad, like this or that. And I was like, I had such a great time, and I felt like I left feeling so much more full because I was like, we actually had meaningful conversation, versus sometimes I'll get together with a group and it's just like complaining and talking shit, and then I come home and I'm like, well, I got nothing from that. I actually feel worse, and now I just feel like I'm in like a negative mindset.
And you are. And then guess what? What sucks about that dinner is like, you're probably the topic next time.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is probably the topic next time. Whoever's not there, like you never, I read this quote, and I actually started to write it down, and then I know I didn't write the whole thing down, but oh yeah, don't sit at tables where they talk about others, because when you get up, you're next.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so true. And I think something that's important too, that like boils down to individual like responsibility, is even if everyone's talking about it, being like, you don't have to say like, I don't want to talk about this, but just like throw in something positive about them, because people get the hint. You know, if you're like, listen, my mind's not like fertile to that kind of environment, and I'm not like going to water this. then I think people feel more secure being around you. Like, it's definitely harder to do in the moment to be like, I'm not going down this path of like gossip with you guys, but people notice like who doesn't do it.
Oh my God. I know like if I lined up all my friends and like acquaintances, I could like from worst to best line them in order of like who gossips or talks shit the most versus who doesn't.
Yeah, and exactly. And you feel safe around the ones that don't do it. And they just, like, some people at the dinner you were talking about, whereas like the newer group of friends, like talking to them about more meaningful things. Because what's that saying? Like, small minds talk about people.
And big minds talk about like ideas or something.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
can't
that.
remember what the middle of it is, but like it's so true. Some people aren't down. Like, some people won't engage with you in other types of conversations, and that's fine. But I think it's just like worth, the older we get, taking the mental note of.
Oh my God, yeah. If I could go back in time and teach my younger self anything, I'd be like, if you're at a table, like you said, with girls who are talking shit, don't get up because they're going to talk shit about you.
Yeah, don't sit at the table again because it's just exhausting. Like, there's nothing. Here's what always gets me about those situations. Is like, you can't win. You can't make them not talk about you. No one can. You know, like, there's no winning. Like, if you're looking for something bad, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's just what the brain wants to talk about, because this is the thing. They think they're bonding. So it really has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with like, they think that it's like they're uniting, you know, but that only lasts like a second.
Yeah, and like, of course, at the end of the day, like, everyone's going to gossip a little, complain, and there's nothing wrong with that here or there. Just, I think what you and I are saying is just make sure with the friendships, make sure that there's a good combination of like depth to your conversations, and just make sure that your whole text or your whole convo isn't just complaining, negativity, or gossip. There's like actual meaningful conversation in that, so you're bonding in different ways.
No question. Like, there, you can always, yeah, I think sometimes it's good to have those people, you know, you can text and just be like, okay, guess what? And you know, you have, but if it's if it's 24/7, it's just, it's not like serving either side, right? It's like actually like a toxic cycle to get stuck in. So it is good to like think about your pie wheel of your friendship and be like, what percent do we talk about other things?
Yeah.
Do we gossip? You know, like, we're not, yeah, you're so right. We're not saying have this like unrealistic expectation, you know, because we're human. But it's like how much of the wheel of 100% is.
Yeah, because it's amazing if you're just doing like the shit talking negativity. If you're sitting in that all day, it will like truly affect your life, and you'll just realize like your whole day is negative. Your whole your whole environment turns negative. It's just amazing like what you put out in the universe really like will come back to you. It listens.
Yeah, I think it robs you of your confidence too, right? And like then you just kind of walk around thinking, well, is everyone thinking this? And or versus that girl, there's always that girl that'll stand up for people.
Yes.
You know? And it's like that's the energy. That's the energy we like.
I know. I wish I could be that girl. I try to be every once in a while, but I'm a little scared sometimes. I'm trying to find
it's
there's this word. It's like, I'll have to look it up because I can't remember, but it's like the opposite of being negative, which is like positive, but there's like it's like a different spin on it, and it's like believing that everything you say out loud you deserve or something. I don't know. Something about like manifesting.
I wonder what it is.
I know it was, of course, another TikTok, but it was a therapist this time, and it was like something about how a lot of people kind of shit on manifesting, and a lot of people are like, that's never going to come true, and there's like a word for that, and the therapist was like, there's actually a word for believing everything's going to come true, because if you believe everything comes true, more will happen, because the universe actually does want to see you succeed. You need to get out of this like self-deprecating mindset that like everyone's out to get you, you're the victim all the time, like you don't deserve anything, because when you shift that, you'll realize like the universe is actually your friend, and it does want you to be happy, but it takes like a lot of work to get to that point in your life.
your odds are better than you think. So ask, man. This universe is a playground. It really wants to give everybody everything. It doesn't feel that way, and that's the trick. It's all a mental game. It's called paranoia. It's the belief that the universe is working in your favor. It's the opposite of paranoia. I believe in pronoia. I believe that the universe is conspiring to help me at all times. And now once I kind of shift my mindset into that, and I go, wow, right now I could ask for anything.
But there's a word for it. I can't think of it.
I wonder what it is. I don't think anybody in this room knows.
It's like,
I'm very interested in that word, though. I feel like it's like the second layer to manifesting. Like, you can write it down, but then but actually believing it will happen is really.
I found it.
What?
So the word, paranoia is the word I was talking about. Like when you're just paranoid, like everything bad's gonna go wrong. The opposite of that word is noia, and it's
Let me look this up with you.
And it's like having the delusion that you think everything will go well for you. I don't know if it's like an actual
Pronoia?
word.
That's what Julie says? Is it
pronoia? Yes.
Of a baker.
Sorry. So pronoia, a psychological term that means the delusion that everyone thinks well of you and that your actions and efforts will be received and praised.
Okay, you're right. The opposite state of paranoia.
Pronoia. So we're practicing pronoia.
Okay, a philosophy that the world is set up to secretly benefit people. Oh, divine providence. That's super fascinating. I did not even know. Understanding pronoia and its impact on happiness.
Right? Isn't that cool? Like you actually can be pronoia and believe that good things are meant for you.
That's cool. I'm going to read this article afterwards. Yeah, I had no idea.
I'll start sending you my TikToks because I've finally gotten to a place on TikTok where it's literally only dogs, happy stuff, and scary stories. So it's a great place to be.
Send me the happy stuff.
I will. I'll send you all this type of stuff. I'm sure the first video you go on TikTok will be that psychologist talking about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do on TikTok. I'm on very much so like the mom algo now, but I want to mix it with like this pronoia stuff. I mean, that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, well, due to time, do we want to do our little listener question?
Yes, and it's a short one. I like it.
It's a funny one. Oh, it's Am I the Asshole?
Yeah. Hi, Jordan and Alex. I have an Am I the Asshole question for you. Am I the asshole for not wanting to date a guy because he has a deathly food allergy to all nuts and all fish? I eat a lot of nuts and fish, and I think it would be really hard for me not to eat those things. I wouldn't be able to eat them for a day if I wanted to kiss or hook up with the guy.
I read this and I was like, oh, I gotta feel your pain, girl.
Yeah, I mean, you had to do that with gluten.
I don't think she's an asshole for not wanting to continue dating a guy. I mean, that's a big lifestyle change.
Okay, but don't you think of all the things you had to adjust, you could adjust that one? Like, how many nuts and fish are you eating?
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. But if you really like a guy, that can't be the reason you don't date him. Like, it's really not that hard to stop eating. Like, if I had to for Pete, I would easily stop eating nuts and fish. Easy peasy. For the person I get.
When it comes to food, I'm good with like cutting out whatever if you really like the person. I'm trying to think of like an example of something that you couldn't do that would stop you from dating someone. You know, like.
What about if someone was like refused to fly, like terrified of flying? I could not date that person.
Terrified of flying. I couldn't date that person either. You could not. That's a great example. You couldn't travel with them. That's great. If they were allergic to your dog and you'd had your dog for like 8 years and loved your dog so much, problem.
Yeah. But like Peanuts, and I don't think she's an asshole if she hasn't like developed feelings for him yet, and it's just like one date, whatever, you can walk away. But you're kind of an asshole if you've dated him for a long period of time and you like him.
Yeah, like if you like him and that's the reason, yeah, that to me is crazy. But you simply to even type in the question, there's no way you like him that much, right?
No.
It's a hilarious question. Like, I do what you want, but if you break up with them, are you gonna tell him that's why? Like, sorry, I love. What do you love? Peanut butter? Like, what is it? The halibut? Like, what do you? You know, it's not like it's not sugar.
I have to eat my halibut.
I'm trying to think. Like, I guess I get sushi. I get that you probably want that, but
Wait. Oh, all fish, not just shellfish. Because let's say shellfish, that's easy. But all fish, yeah, he wouldn't be able to eat sushi. Well, you could still have your Wagyu beef soy wraps.
Yeah, this isn't the deal breaker for me. Fish and nuts. Like,
maybe if you're a chef.
you're not. Yeah, like asshole's not the word, but like, you know what I mean. Like, you're not the asshole, but you are like, I don't know.
Can you imagine if I was like, I never went on that second date with Pete because I found out he was celiac?
Like, okay. Could you date someone that didn't drink?
I don't think so, only because I love wine so much and it's such an experience for me that I like my dream vacations are going to wineries and vineyards and this or that. So I think out of like that sense, no. But like if someone was like, I don't drink hard liquor, easy. I hate hard liquor. I don't drink it either.
Yeah, but like your number one thing is you want to go to Napa.
Yeah, like wine is a passion of mine. So that would be hard.
Yeah, like it simply wouldn't be as fun for you, but like you can still go to restaurants with the nuts and the fish thing. Like, I'm not.
I'm dead. Better get used to using an EpiPen.
Like, I could cut those two things for months.
Oh my god. So yeah, you're kind of an asshole, but in like a silly way. You're a silly asshole.
We're not mad about it. It's a great question. It's to date my favorite listener question that's ever been submitted.
I read it. I was like, this is just too funny not to talk about.
It's such a phenomenal one. Rex?
Oh, I was gonna say, I already talked about my rec, Woman of the Hour. So do you have a rec? Which I highly recommend you finish.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it. My rec, I also already talked about, is Princess Diaries. I do think that somebody should watch Disclaimer and let me know what you think.
Oh, watch the show Disclaimer. I thought you said, like, should watch and give you a disclaimer about Princess Diaries. I was like, what?
No, it can't be more PG, that movie. Yeah, but I think, like, I don't know. I think you should try it if you want.
Can you quick tell me why you didn't like Tell Me Lies? I forgot to ask you that last week.
I just could never get into it. Like, that was simply it. Like, I felt nothing.
How many episodes did you watch?
2.
Okay. Wow.
Should I keep trying? Because I did see a lot of people posting about it and, like, apparently, some groundbreaking ending. Do
you like psychological? I don't want to say it's a psychological thriller. It's like a psychological, like drama show. Like, do you like that?
Yeah, I do like it, and I liked the characters too. You know what I mean? Like, I did. Maybe I'll pick it up and try it again. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I did like some of it.
I think you should.
You know what? I think I watched like 4 episodes.
Oh,
I
shoot.
have to see.
That's like a decent amount. Okay, well.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I know.
On a positive note, I think they're making a new Princess Diaries.
They are. I'm so excited. And
okay.
What are they doing with Lindsay Lohan? What's she doing? Freaky Friday? Yeah.
Is she? Okay, is that legit?
Yes.
Dude.
Lindsay Lohan is back.
She went through a time machine, or I don't know what happened to her, but she literally looks like she did when she was in Mean Girls. I'm like, are you Benjamin Buttoning us? I don't know what happened.
She looks awesome. I'm very happy for her. I
Me
can't
too.
wait to watch Freaky Friday.
Me too. Okay, well, anything else?
No, I think that sums it up.
Okay, well, we love you guys so much, and keep sending us those listener questions and am I the asshole questions.
Please more like that. It was so good.
And your TV Rex, because I'm getting a little bored out here.
Yeah, it's a slow television time, which is too bad, but we need like another Nobody Wants This or something.
Yeah. Okay, we love you guys so much.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Okay, that's it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening to Mean Girl Pod, powered by Just Media House. I'm Alex Bennett.
And I'm Jordyn Woodruff. So, AB, do what you do best.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and review. We are at Mean Girl Pod on all platforms. Stay connected with us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Snapchat at Mean Girl Pod. Podcast and social artwork and post-production by Creative Evolution Studios. Theme song to the Mean Girl Pod performed by Sergi Asbel. Mean Girl Pod, we're your besties in your ear. New episodes every Monday.